peace in our homes, and peace in our hearts. We remember the birth of Bethlehem of the Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen. Let's say therefore the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever.
This House is now in session. Minutes of the meeting held on Tuesday, 17th December 2019 to be... Is he first? Do you not know first? To be deferred.
Announcements by Your Honor.
Letter from the Leader of the House. December 19th, 2019. His Honor the Speaker, the Honorable House of Assembly, Parliament Buildings, Trafalgar Street, Bridgetown. Your Honor, the House now stands adjourned until Tuesday, 14th January 2020 at 10 o'clock a.m. Pursuant to Standing Order number 6.9 of the Standing Orders of the Honorable the House of Assembly, I hereby submit that the public interest requires that the House should meet on an earlier day than that to which the House stands adjourned to debate a resolution on the message from the Honorable the Senate to the Honorable the House of Assembly seeking concurrence in the amendments made to the Tourism Levy Bill 2019 and to lay the Caribbean Community Movement of Skilled Nationals Bill 2019 and the contract to the National Tourism Program 2019. Should you be satisfied that the public interest so requires, government requests that the House should be summoned to meet Friday, 20th December 2019 at 10:30 o'clock a.m. Government proposes that the business of the House should be those mentioned above. Having read the letter, I am satisfied that the public interest so requires, and therefore it is in conformity with Clause 6(9) of the Standing Orders. Message from the Honorable the Senate to the Honorable the House of Assembly. Message from the Honorable Senate to the Honorable the House of Assembly. The Honorable the Senate has the honor to inform the Honorable the House of Assembly that at its sitting on Wednesday, 11th December 2019, the Tourism Levy Bill 2019 was amended in the following terms. In the objects and reasons at paragraphs A and C, the words "or a villa" were deleted. In the long title, the words "or a villa" were deleted at paragraphs A and C. At clause 2, the definition of apartment was deleted and replaced by the following new definition. Apartment means complete unit which provides short-term accommodation to guests for reward, having either one or more studio bedrooms or separate bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen or kitchenette, a dining area, where A, at least one bathroom in the unit is for the exclusive use of the occupant of the unit. B, the occupants of the unit share the grounds, other recreational facilities, and other common buildings with the occupants of other units. And C, the unit is within a building or group of buildings, single owner, without a separate legal title per unit. In the definition of accommodation period, the words "or villa" at the end were deleted. The definition of direct tourism service was deleted and replaced by the following new definition. Direct tourism service means the provision of goods and services by a person A, has a license from the Barbados Tourism Product Authority, and B, is also registered or licensed by any of the following. 1, Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association, Inc. 2, Small Hotels of Barbados, Inc. 3, Cultural Industries Development Authority. 4, Ministry of Creative Economy, Culture and Sports. 5, Ministry of Health and Wellness. 6, Town and Country Planning Office. 7, Ministry of Maritime Affairs and Blue Economy. 8, Ministry of Tourism and International Transport. Or 9, another entity or organization which is approved by the Barbados Tourism Productivity Authority. Insertion of the following definition of goods and services after the definition of direct tourism service. Goods and services means any of the following goods or services. A, entertainment other than entertainment supplied by a promoter of public entertainment, including theatrical performances, film exhibitions, dinner shows, and other performances. B, cruises other than international cruises. C, goods and services related to sport and recreation. D, goods and services provided at marinas. E, goods and services provided at spas and retreats. F, goods and services provided at conference facilities. Or G, meals, drinks, and dining services. The definition of vacation rental property was deleted and replaced by the following new definition. Vacation rental property means any property, including a dwelling house or house, but not a guest house, hotel, or apartment, which is registered with the Barbados Tourism Product Authority, that is systematically or periodically rented by guests during a calendar year, and in which A, charge is made for the accommodation provided. B, sleeping accommodation is provided in one or more bedrooms. C, the grounds in any common areas or recreational facilities are for the use of the occupants of a single booking. And D, the property is managed by an individual, a company, or a real estate agent. The definition of villa was deleted. In clause 3, 1B, was deleted and the word "or" was inserted after the semicolon. In 3, 1A and 1C became the new 1B. In clause 4, 1B was deleted and the word or was inserted after the semicolon. In 1A and 1C became the new 1B. In clause 4.2, the comma and the words or a villa appearing in the third line after the word accommodation were deleted. In clause 5, 1, 2, and 3, the words or a villa, or rents a villa, or villa, or a villa, or villa, and or villa respectively were deleted. And in clause 5, 1, 4, the words a villa were deleted, and the words a vacation rental property substituted therefore. In clause 6, 1 and 2, the words or rents a villa, or villa, or a villa, and or villa respectively were deleted. In clause 7, 2A was deleted, and the following substituted therefore. A is registered or not registered under the Value Added Tax Act Cap 87, and clause 7, 2B was deleted, and clause 7, 2C became the new clause 7, 2B. In 9.1, and C, 9.2, and 9.3, the words or rents a villa, or villa, or villa, or villa, and or villa were deleted respectively. The following new clause 4 was inserted. From the first day of April 2019, the shared economy levy shall be applied to your vacation rental property. The original 9.4 became 9.5. In clause 10.1, 10.2, and 10.2b, the words or rents a villa, or villa, or villa, and or villa were deleted. In clause 11.1, line 2, the words or rents a villa were deleted. In clause 15.1, the comma in line 1 after the word accommodation was deleted, and the word or was substituted therefore, and the words or rents a villa after the word service appearing in line 2 were deleted. In clause 16.1, the comma in line 2 appearing after the word accommodation was deleted, and the word or substituted therefore, and the words or rents a villa after the word service were deleted. In clause 16.1c, the comma in line 2 appearing after the word accommodation was deleted, and the word or substituted therefore, and the words a villa appearing after the word service were deleted. In clause 16.2, A and B, the comma appearing after the word accommodation was deleted, and the word or substituted therefore, and the words or rents a villa appearing after the word service respectively were deleted. Clauses 25 and 26 were interchanged, so that the word validation clause is now clause 25, and the amendment of enactments in the 5th schedule and 6th schedule is now clause 26. In the clause 27, the commencement clause, the words first columns of the appearing after the article the in the second line were deleted. Clause 27.3 was deleted, and the following substituted therefore. 3. The amendments in Part 1 of the 5th schedule shall be deemed to come into effect on the first day of July 2018, and the amendment in Part 2 shall be deemed to come into effect on the first day of April 2019. The following new clause 27.4 was inserted. The third column of the second schedule shall be deemed to come into effect on the first day of April 2019. The original clause 27.4 becomes the new clause 27.5. In the second schedule, in the first column, the words vacation rental properties and villa were deleted and replaced with the words vacation rental property. In the second column, one set of the words 2.5% of the rate to be charged per bedroom night, and where this amount exceeds $20 per night, the rate to be charged shall be $20 per bedroom per night, were deleted. In the third column, paragraphs 4 and 5 were deleted and substituted with the following new paragraph. The room rate levy shall no longer be applied to a vacation rental property from this date. The shared economy levy shall be applied. In the third schedule, columns 1 and 2 were deleted and substituted with the following. Amount of product development levy with effect from the 1st July 2018, 2.5% of the cost of the direct tourism service. In the fourth schedule, columns 1 and 2 were deleted and substituted with the following. Amount of shared economy levy with effect from the 1st of August 2018. 10% of the cost of the rental or lease of the tourist accommodation, whether that charge is a rate which is charged per night or per bedroom, or a rate for the period of use. Delete the fifth schedule and insert the following therefore. Fifth schedule, section 26, subsection 1. Enactments to be amended. Part 1, enactment, Barbados Revenue Authority Act 2014. Amendment, insert in section 15 the following new subsection after subsection 3. 4. All revenue paid, collected, or received pursuant to section 4 shall be paid into the consolidated fund. In the first schedule, insert the following new paragraph after paragraph 10. 11. Tourism Levy Act 2019. Land Tax Act Cap 78A. Delete section 6D, delete and substituting. Tax payable in respect of vacation rentals. 6D subsection 1. The proprietor of a vacation rental property shall pay a tax at the rates specified under section 6 subsection 1 with effect from the first day of April 2011, where the tax is paid at the time prescribed in section 28. The actual amount payable shall be calculated on 75% of the tax demanded. 2. For the purposes of this section, A, proprietor includes the owner of a vacation property rental and any person not being the owner who for the time being has immediate control over the management of the vacation rental property. B, vacation rental property means a dwelling house or house which is registered with the Barbados Tourism Product Authority and which, 1, is valued at not less than $525,000, 2, makes a charge for the accommodation provided, 3, is systematically or periodically rented by guests during the calendar year for at least 3 months during that year, 4, provides sleeping accommodation in one or more rooms, 5, is managed by an individual, company, or real estate agent and employs no less than 3 persons, and 6, the grounds and any common areas or recreational facilities are for the use of the occupants of a single booking. Tourism Development Act, Cap 341, Section 2. A, delete the definition of the word villa, and B, insert the following definition in alphabetical order. Vacation rental property means a dwelling house or house which is registered with the Barbados Tourism Product Authority and which A, is valued not less than $525,000. B, makes a charge for the accommodation provided. C, is systematically or periodically rented by guests during the calendar year for at least 3 months during that year. D, provides sleeping accommodation in one or more rooms. E, is managed by an individual, company, or real estate agent and employs no less than 3 persons. And F, the grounds in any common areas or recreational facilities are for the use of the occupants of a single booking. Delete the word villa wherever it appears and substitute the words vacation rental property therefore. Value Added Tax Act, Cap 87. Section 2, insert the following definition in alphabetical order. Direct tourism service has the meaning assigned to by Section 2 of the Tourism Levy Act 2019, Act 2019. Section 7, repeal Section 3B. Delete Section 7, subsection 2, and substitute the following. 2. With effect from the 1st day October 2013, the tax imposed by subsection 1 on the supply of accommodation in a guest house, hotel, inn, apartment, or any other similar place, or for a direct tourism service, shall be 7.5% of the value of the supply and is payable by the registrant at the time the supply is made. Delete Section 7, subsection 12. Delete the 4th schedule. Part 2, Amendment. Value Added Tax Act, Cap 87. Amendment. Insert the 2nd schedule following the new paragraph after paragraph 15. 16. From the 1st day of April 2019, a supply of a vacation rental property, being a house or a dwelling house, which is registered with the Barbados Tourism Product Authority and is systematically or periodically rented for a charge or sum during a calendar year by guests as tourist accommodation. Delete the 6th schedule and substitute the new 6th schedule therefore. 6th schedules, sections 26 subsection 2 and 27 subsection 4. Amendment of the Value Added Tax Act, Cap 87. Enactment, Value Added Tax Act, Cap 87. Amendment, delete Section 7, subsection 11, and substitute the following. Section 11, with effect from the 1st day of January 2020, the tax imposed by subsection 1 on the supply of accommodation in a guest house, hotel, inn, apartment, or any other similar place, or for a direct tourism service, shall be 10% of the value of the supply and is payable by the registrant at the time the supply is made. And the Honorable the Senate transmits the amended bill to the Honorable the House of Assembly, inviting concurrence in the amendments of the bill, dated the 11th day of December 2019, signed the President. Honourable Member St. Michael South Central.
Loan contract number 4342 OCBA between the Government of Barbados and the Inter-American Development Bank, the National Tourism Program.
First reading of bills.
Honourable Member, Leader of Government Business.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the first reading of the Caribbean Community Movement of Skilled Nationals Amendment Bill 2019.
The question is that the aforementioned bill be read here first time. All those honorable members in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say no. Me think the ayes have it.
Orders of the day.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that standing orders number 6, 16, 18, 20, 42 subsection 5, 43, and 44 be suspended for the remainder of the day's sitting.
The question is that the aforementioned standing orders be suspended for the remainder of the day's sitting. All those honorable members in favor, please say aye. Those against, please say no. We think the ayes have it. The aforementioned standing orders are so suspended. Government business is now the order of the day.
Order number 1, sir, in the name of the Honorable Minister in the Ministry of Finance, to move the passing of a resolution to seek the concurrence of the Honorable House of Assembly in the amendments made by the Honorable Senate to the Tourism Levy Bill 2019.
Honorable member for Christchurch East. East
Thank you.
Central.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The resolution before the chamber, sir, reflects the consequential changes with respect to the announcements in this year's budget, which the House will recall the Prime Minister had clearly articulated in terms of the review as it respects to the level of, not just the levels of taxation, but the modalities through which, sir, in bringing the tourism sector into the 21st century as part of how we will shape the, not just the taxation, but focusing, sir, mainly on the issues related to the shared economy and the digital part of the delivery of the tourism sector. And so the Ministry of Finance, working with the Ministry of Tourism, would have consulted certainly with the various stakeholders as it relates to the definitions as a result of those consequential changes which have been agreed with respect to the amendments that were made in the Senate. And therefore, from the perspective of the government of Barbados, we believe that it is important that as we signal to the country, and certainly, sir, with respect to the process through which those persons that typically, sir, from a tax perspective, were not normally represented as part of the tourism sector for tax purposes, but certainly with respect to mobilizing, sir, and being able to stay up to date with the way that services are now being delivered within the tourism industry. The amendments here, we feel, sir, adequately reflect the current state with respect to what is being delivered on the island within the tourism sector, and therefore those definitions are quite important as we're able now, sir, to capture the essence with respect to not just the activity, but certainly from a regulatory perspective, which the stakeholders will be able to allow us to monitor such that we can ensure that the highest levels, sir, of service delivery with respect to what we call tourism and the entire spectrum of tourism services, that we are able to provide those services at the highest quality, but also by the same token, sir, ensure that our policy planning perspective, that we can monitor and ensure that we have the appropriate levels of not just taxation, but certainly support with respect to being able to ensure that we can get more growth, but actually more inclusive growth with respect to participation within the sector. And as you may recall, sir, we have long been committed to engaging members of the community in terms of engaging them in tourism, providing tourism services, and we believe that the amendments, as stated here, and moving forward with respect to the digital side of the economy and the delivery of some of these services, that this will allow for a platform where a larger number of persons will be able to actively engage in clearly in a coordinated way with respect to being able to provide tourism services, and that the government, working certainly with all the stakeholders, will be able to ensure that we're able to adequately supply the appropriate level of regulation with respect to the provision of tourism services. And whilst this is mainly, sir, the real consequential changes were the changes with respect to the budgetary matters which the Prime Minister had announced earlier this year. The reality is that it provided an opportunity for us to bring a larger number of Barbadians into the pool, if you like, sir, and therefore the provision of Tourism Services, I believe, sir, and being placed on a platform would allow us now to bring greater inclusion with respect to this particular sector. And so, sir, the amendments here represent certainly the commitment of the government to modernize and update our ability to levy and to collect, yes, taxes on the one hand, but we believe quite strongly, sir, that this piece of legislation would allow for us to also bring more persons into the loop and therefore be able to better regulate the industry. And so, sir, I want to say to the Chamber that this has been long in coming with respect to being able to allow the Revenue Authority the capacity to adequately give cover with respect to the collection of taxation, but also with respect to being able to ensure that we have the appropriate level of regulation. And so, sir, I beg to move that this resolution do now pass.
The question is that the resolution do not pass. All those honorable members in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. Meeting the ayes have it. This resolution now stands passed.
Speaker, with that, we have come to the end of the sit-in for today. I know that on the last occasion, we would have heard the similar sentiments echoed by my colleague from the city as well, who is holding for me. And many of you, no doubt, would have anticipated having an early break. But I think by now the country, and certainly all of you in this chamber, have recognized that we are a serious government, and where we believe that there are matters of urgent public interest and urgent public importance, we are prepared to break the festivities to be able to return to this chamber in order to deal with the people's business. And therefore, sir, I want to just express gratitude to all members, including yourself, Mr. Speaker, for being able to respond at short notice to allow us to complete the business of Parliament in such a quick manner, and also to be able to express gratitude as well to the Clerk of Parliament and the administrative staff for being able to facilitate the request to allow us to reconvene in this way. Parliament, Mr. Speaker, will be adjourned until the 14th of January at 10 a.m. in the morning. With all good intentions, we don't expect that we will be back here either before the end of the year, or early in the new year. And on that note, I would want to extend to all members and all staff. I know, again, it was extended previously, but I would want again personally to reiterate that we would want that all persons enjoy the Christmas season in a safe and enjoyable manner. And we look forward to a prosperous new year as we gather in Barbados with all of our communities and constituencies and those coming from near and far. So with those few words, Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the adjournment of the House until the 14th of January at 10 a.m. in the morning.
Given the fact that we had previously adjourned to the said January 14th, 2020, and we'd express greetings, the warmest Christmas greetings in the Utah season to all. I now take this opportunity to so do and hope that given this is the second time that we have been adjourning to the 14th, that you all will have a double celebration of Christmas and the Utah season. Remembering all the time not to overdo. So I wish all members of Parliament and service staff, etc., the warmest and happiest Christmas ever, and that they do enjoy all remainder of 2019, and I look forward to welcoming you back in 2020. The question that this Honourable Chamber stands adjourned until the 14th day of January 2020. All those honourable members in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against, please say no. Meeting the ayes have it. This Honourable Chamber stands adjourned until the 14th day of January 2020 at 10 a.m. in the forenoon.